So the next day started as a normal day. We woke up, we went for the early masquerade run, and there we found out the event for that day, for the Christmas day, which was supposed to be the next day. Now, after running the morning masquerade, we returned home, all excited because they've started advertising the drama they wanted to play on Christmas Day. But the difference in their advertising, while they talked about it, which they used to go with the town crier to announce about the dramas, the plays that they will play, and everybody will gather at the village square to come and watch. But this time around, they promised that it will be a totally different play and people will be shocked. So everything was already hyped. People were anticipating. People were wondering, what do they mean? They did a little bit of teasing. People were wondering, what do they mean by this is going to be a different play? This is going to be a different drama. But they teased a bit with their costumes and everything. And one thing about Africa, if you know, is we use a lot of expression in our storytelling. So the body painting and many more stuffs that I don't even want to go into because I don't want this video to be too long, but I just want to try to give you that picture. So when they displayed some of the things they were going to be using, everybody knew. But nobody knew the type of story they wanted to tell. Now, come the D-Day, everybody was quick to prepare themselves, get ready for the event. This time around, they said they will not be doing the drama in the evening, but it will be in the night. And this year will be the first year, because every year this group always have their play, but they do it towards the evening or sometimes in the afternoon during the day when the sun is still up in the sky. So people were really, really eager to know why are they keeping this particular show for the 9th of December 25th, the Christmas night. But anyways, the 9th came and everybody gathered at the square. Remember, the town crier will go around. In those days, they don't have all this means of announcement. So we had the town crier that goes around announcing what's going to happen in the community. So after his announcement, everybody gathered. Trust me, nobody wanted to sleep on this day. Everybody wanted to see what they were going to present. So we all gathered around, little children, elders, everybody, families, and they started. When they started, they came, they planted a tree, they uprooted, they went to the forest, uprooted the tree, brought it to the village square and planted it. They did all their setting and everything, and once you get to the village square, you know that something is going to be happening. So when everybody was seated, when they started acting, the actors started coming out one after the other, and then people understood what the storyline was all about. They wanted to talk about light and darkness, but they were focusing on witchcraft and how they go around performing, and everything, like exposing, let me put it that way. They wanted to expose what witches and wizards do in the dark. And trust me, these people did a great job. Hence, we're here to tell you the story. Don't worry, I will take it bit by bit to explain so you understand. So when they were playing, the witches came out and gathered around the tree that they planted in the middle of the square, and they started their incantations. In the play, they started invoking. And then the head of the witch came and they started talking about who is going to bring what sacrifice, and so many things. Like, they were detailing a lot, and a lot was being exposed right in front of the whole villagers and everything. Now, mind you, this is a village that is referred to as an old town, and they are known to be very strong people when it comes to witchcraft and all this kind of stuff. People fear them from far and wide. You know, when you hear the name of that village, people are like, what? Those people. So when these people started exposing, this one said, I will donate my jadons, I will bring my daughter. Everybody kept talking about what they were going to bring to the coven. All of a sudden, everywhere started changing. The moon that was out that night, all of a sudden the moon went inside. Out of nowhere, these birds started flying. I'm telling you, you might want to say, okay, for birds like bats and whatnot might want to fly in the night. No, this was not usual, because we're not talking about 10, 15 or 20 birds. And also, these birds were only flying around the village square where this event was taking place. People started noticing it. People started feeling very cold, like the atmosphere changed all of a sudden. These birds kept circling the area, and then you could see real witchcraft manifest right in front of you, right in front of the villagers. After the atmosphere started changing, people started feeling cold. So the crowd started moving around, like people started talking, and the people, they were so engrossed in what they were doing that they did not notice at first. Then people started calling the attention of the people acting the drama and pointing how these birds were just circling the village square and they went flying away, and there were multiple of them flying around and around and around. All of a sudden, people started passing out, and it started with the people that were acting the drama. At first, we that we were all watching thought it was part of the drama, but when the man that was playing the head of the witches got possessed by these evil spirits right in front of everybody, that was when everywhere scattered. People started running, but some people still wanted to stay to see to the end, and we were some of the people that wanted to stay and see. Now, mind you, this guy that played the man that played the head of the witches is a strong Catholic member. He holds a huge a senior post in the Catholic Church in the village. Everybody know him. He's always in church for all the programs, everything they have to do. He teaches other people and all. So he's not somebody that is afraid of witchcraft and whatnot. And he actually, crafted this story that they were going to be telling. Some of them were reluctant after they, saw the script of the play, but he wanted them to play, let them expose the dark world. But when this man was possessed by the witches right in front of everybody, that was where people knew they had crossed the line, because all of a sudden you could see him, something lifted him from the ground where he was standing, because the witches, they were all in a circle and he was in their middle where they were evoking and doing their incantation and talking about what they're going to sacrifice and things they've done, evil things, people they've destroyed, life. When this thing lifted him, you could see him being lifted from the ground. His both legs left the ground and lifted up, and they suspended him up before he landed on the floor. like a good slam, like somebody picked you up and slammed you. But in this case, you couldn't see anything. There wasn't anyone there. Watch out for more.